Welcome, everybody, to a new episode of WallSmashers. Actually, the first time we've had a guest come on for our second time onto the show, and that is Miltown's Best.
What?
So,
You're a liar. That's not true. I was on the show like 3 times as a guest, you fucking idiot.
Okay, we're gonna
You're
address this right
stupid.
now. 1, you're a host of the show, so you don't give it doesn't fucking matter. 2, you're again a white fucking bitch. 3, you're a woman.
Fuck
Okay?
you. Fuck you. Fuck
Like it doesn't.
Fuck
Okay,
you.
we're misogynistic here. Come on.
I hate you.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
We are PeePaw.
PeePaw is
You're supposed to
definitely
be the rational
misogynistic.
mind.
He's 100% misogynistic, okay?
Not misogynistic.
It's in his
though,
blood in the
guys. I
South.
promise. I promise I'm not hateful.
Anyways, I'm joined with the wonderful MaggotEdits, the compassionate PeePaw, and the autist Byrnes.
Fuck you! I don't have autism. I promise.
I'm sorry, I don't even know why I started that. I just find it's funny because you react to it.
This is your douchebag.
Call me retarded or fucking any other insult, I'll take it.
Let's go.
All right, well, that was a rough opening. I apologize for anyone watching. So, it came to our attention that there was stuff going on with Miltown, and to MaggotEdits' credit, she did most of the reaching out to Miltown about this situation. PeePaw, you reached out to Miltown. Do any of you guys want to open up on what's been going on with Miltown, or Miltown, would you like to open up with what's going on?
Honestly, I would love for Super Dave Miltown there to kind of give us a real brief TLDR of, because I know this has or stems from his ongoing battle with the creators whose name shall not be. It's almost like Voldemort or whatever, right? No, it has nothing to do with him.
Oh, okay.
But
Jeremy Hales.
So there you go. But could you kind of tell us exactly what triggered all this, and what was this just like Hale's supporters and they just kind of come at you? Because I'm not real clear on that timeline. If you would kind of do that, I would be greatly appreciative.
Sure. Thanks, guys, for having me on, first of all. It's always a pleasure. And how dare you try to take away any accolade from me? For real, Maggot. You know how I love to collect my accolades. So if I can have this one, please let me have it.
That's true. You can have it.
Guest,
you can have it. It's esteemed. You can have it, really.
Okay, so there's a content creator I've been covering now for well over a year. And in the process of my coverage of him, it almost seems like 2 different sides of this debate, this case. It's now a legal case in many different aspects, federal court and multiple state courts. There's 2 different sides. There's the side that supports the big content creator, and then there's the side that supports the neighbor who he is making content out of. I have been on, I don't want to say it's a side or anything, but I have been more lenient towards the side of this neighbor. I feel like a content creator that is going to remain nameless from my mouth has been milking and farming her for content. She, in my eyes, is a private citizen or a limited purpose public figure at best. And this content creator has been bringing her 4-year-old daughter into it, and doing all types of crazy stuff to this neighbor to the tune of over 127 videos to this point. And like I said, I have kind of been speaking out for this neighbor. This has put me on a hit list. The big YouTuber has over 700,000 subscribers. He's got a wild fan base, a very crazy fan base of predominantly elder women. You know, I'm talking about the old Karens, the ones that value bargain shop and go to Bingo Tuesday or Bingo Friday and coupon clippers and very crazy Karens.
Is this like Jeremy Hott's like fan base or audience? I know you don't want to name him, but is this him? Oh, okay.
And
somehow the way you describe his audience.
Well, it's basically it in a nutshell. And I've been speaking out, you know, trying to stick up for this neighbor. I think what this content creator is doing is immoral and wrong. Just sharing my opinions. Well, one of these content creators' big supporters is a big time, well, I don't want to call him a big, in his mind, he's a big time DJ. And he is known for doing parody songs. And he is now getting into cloning people's voices. And he took my copywritten content, cloned my voice, he made me admit to crimes in my own voice, and then uploaded it to YouTube without stating it was AI altered content. I DMCA'd it.
Um, Okay, I want to just pause for just a second, because this is a thing that I'm not for sure clear on, because this was something I seen. I think you stated in your stream, because I watched your stream. Was this content that was like members only behind, like members only content, or was this something that was publicly viewable on your YouTube channel?
Me announcing I DMCA'd the creator was just put out to my members. I put out
No,
a
no, no, no,
screenshot
no,
with
no,
the-
no, no. No, okay, because my understanding is he took a video that you did,
Yes.
and then he underlaid, whatever you want to call it, audio tracks that made you say things that you did not say, right?
Admit to crimes. He
Okay,
tried to frame me
okay,
for crimes.
okay, but that video was a public on your. I mean, it wasn't members only contact video that was
No,
on your
that's a
channel
different instance of
public.
my members only
Okay,
content. That
okay,
is that
okay.
was of Slug. This would have been just known between my membership. I wasn't going to publicly announce I DMCA'd another channel. That was just for my members, my close intimate group that pay a monthly fee to me. They have been
Yeah.
curious as to what's going on because they know this is deeply affecting my This whole
Okay.
instance is deeply affecting me in ways I can't even describe. Very bad. I'm going through some serious shit, and that's nobody's problem but my own because I did bring this upon myself. But
Like, sorry, Miltown. I just want to ask, was the stuff that like the guy like used AI to accuse you of, like what's caused this, or is it just like there's also IRL stuff going on in the background?
it's like I said, this guy has a fan base of 720,000 people. His voice
Yeah.
is much larger than mine, so it's not just this one DJ. It's a conglomerate of channels, and it's a conglomerate of viewers. It's if you think the commentary community's harassment is anything, go up against a YouTuber that's got some brass, some big brass.
Yeah.
This guy, and it's not just that; it is the constant legal threats I'm receiving. I don't know if it's directly from this content creator, but I'm constantly being told I'm going to be getting served, and I need to look over my shoulder. I need to watch out for the process servers. I need this. I need this. I'm constantly second guessing everything I post to the internet. Like, now, is this defamatory? Is this opinion? Do I need to preemptive this with my opinion? One time I did a search on one of my uploads, and I searched the transcript for my opinion. And I seriously preemptive it 26 times in a 1-hour video. I said my opinion.
I'm not okay. So I'm not a lawyer, right? But one of the things that I will tell you, or that that is my understanding, rather, is just because a person says allegedly or in my opinion, if you're saying something that is demeaning of the person's character or demeaning their reputation, right, then that can be pursued. Now, the problem, as far as legally, the problem is the person, the creator in this case, would have to show how it impacted him and how he lost money, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But again,
Exactly.
I'm not a lawyer, right? But
Yeah, and I could say like allegedly Super Dave likes him young. Allegedly, I mean, like I can like. I mean, that's like allegedly, or in my opinion, I think Super Dave likes him young. No, obviously there's no truth on that, but you can't, opinion or like allegedly doesn't always can't always save you.
yeah.
No, I agree. And I'm
So-
not saying it can always save me. I'm just, it just brings to my mental health. Like, this is what I'm constantly
Sure.
thinking about.
Sure.
Last Christmas, this is, like I said, this has been going on for over a year now. This content creator made a video the day before Christmas last year. Christmas Eve, he put out a video, I believe it was. And he said, there's a guy in Wisconsin who is going to be getting an amazing Christmas present from me in the form of a lawsuit. And imagine how that affected my Christmas last year. And Huggy is very vocal about me and this content creator, and he's always like, "Well, why are you going back to this? Why are you going back to this?" And all I can say to Huggy is, it's like, I feel like he's saying free speech for me, but not for thee. And I feel like I'm being challenged. And I know it's not, I don't need to prove to anybody that I'm the bigger man in all this, but I feel like the guy is wrong in a lot of aspects. And I should have the right to say, I think you are doing something wrong, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
Without a doubt.
just point out that he's willingly looked at Ember Lily's tits and game over. Game over. It's game over for him, really.
So what I would, I guess, kind of to help you a little bit, Dave, people can make threats, right? But to date, you have not received any type of serve as far as like through email. Or not, they couldn't serve you through email. They'd have to actually have to serve it to your property. So, have you received anything by mail? Has a sheriff's deputy or a process server showed up at your house and said, "Dave, you've been summoned to court for anything"?
No.
Okay, so I'm not saying that this guy, because he's litigious. You and I both know he's litigious, right?
Very much so.
Because I've covered the guy a couple of times myself. What I would try to advise you to do is, if you're going to continue to cover the guy, which is your right,
I'm not.
Okay. Unless something showed up in your mailbox or someone knocked on your door, dude, I wouldn't sweat it, because he could be saying that kind of stuff just to mess with you, just screw with your head.
But you don't have to be like Slug. You don't have to be like Slug,
Yeah,
he succeeded. But back to the story, though, if you guys wanted
back to the story, yes, go ahead, please continue.
So
yes.
the DJ made and this is after he went on another podcast and blatantly threatened me. He said, I had a truce with Super Dave, and I was adherent to that, but that truce is out the windows. So you know what to expect. You know what's coming, Dave. Get ready for it. And that also comes from another threat I got a few weeks prior to him that led to the truce, where he said he's got my address and he knows where I live and he's going to be in my area soon and he's going to pull up on me. So multiple messages of harassment, multiple threats now. Then after I said, man, why are you threatening me? He uploaded these videos, all saying that I committed crimes in my own voice. He cloned my voice and made me say I committed crimes. Horrible things that are in court right now. And he's trying to add, like, it was so fucked up. And I DMCA'd it. I filed privacy complaints. I filed bullying and harassment. The bullying and harassment and the privacy were approved within 5 minutes of filing. And you all know, if you file a DMCA, it takes YouTube about a couple hours to rule on that. Before they actually process it and everything. So the harassment and bullying got approved in 5 minutes. The video was taken down as assurance to stop it from happening in the future, because it was deemed a bullying and harassment, and because my copywritten works were sampled and the video footage was also used to match up with these new words put in my mouth. It was DMCA, copyright struck, and Slug said I abused the system. He did a whole stream saying he has to disavow me. He said I abused the system. Well, all I've ever said is I have no problem with fair use. I have no problem with parody. If that was the case, the 5-hour stream Maggot did a while ago, a hate stream, would have been struck. Every single one of Huggy's content would have been struck. If I had a problem with critical commentary, then you could bitch, But this was about harassment. This was about putting words in my mouth. This was about cloning my voice with copywritten material and not labeling it as copywritten material. When you upload to YouTube, when you upload anything to YouTube, there are new rules on YouTube, because YouTube with elections and everything, all these videos are coming up. AI is a problem for YouTube right now. So they created a whole subsection for altered content by AI. And this creator went out of his way to not check those boxes, nor would he label in his videos that he called parody that these were altered AI videos. So he was trying to make it seem that I had said these things. So I DMCA'd and I said, rate to Slug in our private conversations. YouTube gives these creators who get DMCA'd the person's email, so you can try to work it out with the creator who, you know, struck you. And this had nothing to do with Slug. And I've worked it since then. I have worked this all out with the creator. All I wanted is it for it to be labeled as altered AI material. I have no problem with satire, no problem with parody. And Slug decided he wanted to turn this into something, and somebody who, you know, I had no problems with Slug for the longest. I thought we were actually, you know, you guys all know the on and off again relationship I've had with Slug. Since he started covering the same story as I was covering, we were bonding. We were really getting to know each other. And for some reason, I don't know if it's because he tucked tail and pulled out of the story and I kept covering it and he got upset. I don't know if that upset him. But whatever it is, he blew this whole thing up, tried to blow this whole thing up. But when people got the full context of the story and what it was, these DMCAs were actually over, mass public stood up for me and not him. And I don't know if that hurt him more, but then I get messages on my video from Megan Fox. Do you guys know who Megan Fox is? The writer, not the video star?
Yeah, I saw that yesterday and I started checking her out.
Yeah, I know a little bit about her.
So Megan Fox, she's about a 50,000 subscriber YouTube channel. She's on the side of the big content creator. She believes he's right. And in my opinion, I personally think that's only because she doesn't get DMCA'd by him and she has personal relationship with him. He says it's, you know, never mind. But she is on his side. And somehow she came on my channel and said, Slug told her that I am telling everybody that Megan Fox files false DMCAs, which I have never said. Those words have never been said on any of my streams. And
yeah, Slug's a shit stirrer. He's a shit stirrer. You should not trust Slug ever, because this is the kind of shit he does. He likes to play these games where he just makes shit up. So
can I backtrack for a second, Miltown?
Yeah.
So was the AI content the guy created? Was it a song?
No, it was he took my
so
video
it was
footage
just your
from one of my streams.
Okay.
And he blurred the background out with a key. And he put it in like I was being interviewed by like a news lady. And he used my AI, he cloned my AI voice and put me on the left-hand side of the screen and inserted AI answers and mimicked my footage over it's very well done. I'm not going to lie. That's why I was so upset about it.
He tagged Hugin. I saw that on Twitter because he tagged our good friend Hugin in it. So I told you last night that I was going to talk to Max a little bit about it, because he knows more about this than I do when it comes to like the AI shit. So from what my base understanding of it is just simply that it's not a copyright issue and it's not something you can necessarily DMCA somebody for. Like, yeah, it's problematic for them to be using AI voice and etc., but it's not like you really shouldn't DMCA somebody for it. So I don't think you were being malicious in doing that, but I think moving forward, that's not something to DMCA. Like, whatever avenue you have to go through to report it to YouTube, obviously they're not checking the boxes appropriately when they're uploading this content. But it's not content that you can DMCA. Is my understanding.
I'm just gonna say you're the false DMCA guy. Just falsely DMCA'd someone. Why didn't you just just a report system and go away with it? I really don't think you needed a DMCA the guy. I mean, it's transformative. It's not even like it's still like your content, but he did all this transformative.
No, but it's slander. It's slander, Byrne. It's slander.
That's not DMCA. That has nothing to do with.
No, I understand it's not, but it is slander. It is slander. So
yes, it is slanderous, but that has nothing to do with copyright. You should just report and go on with your day.
And
Good,
like I said,
good.
I have since retracted all of these DMCA's. I've
Mhm.
talked with the creator. I've actually worked with the system. Uh, this AI stuff is new ground for everybody.
Mhm.
There was no malicious intent on my behalf with this. Here's what I'll say. I felt harassed, and I used any and all tools at my exposure to try to remedy this. And
Mhm.
I'm glad it was remedied without any further instances. We were able to talk like adults and work this out. But what I have to say to you, Byrne, is um, you can't transform harassment. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say
But I'm not saying
I used one of
transforming
your
harassment,
videos.
saying
I used one of your
content is
videos to clone
transformed.
your voice. I used one of your, and then I robbed a bank or something, and I used that as my voice. You're using that for nefarious purposes, and it all stems.
Yeah.
You got the samples for that cloned
Mm-hmm.
voice from copywritten content. So I
Okay.
think there is,
So,
and then he used
all
my
right.
footage.
Okay. So Dave, just so we kind of can all get on the same ground here, right? I actually went to YouTube's terms of service and I specifically searched out for AI, right? Or all,
Yes.
AI generated stuff. And here's what YouTube says. This is the last little segment, right? Um, it says risk of not disclosing, right? Because that's really what it boils down to. If you take a video that is altered, right? And they give examples. It's just like if the content is it says it can be misleading if viewers think a video is real when it's actually been meaningfully altered or synthetically generated to seem realistic. Which from what you're describing, that's what this was done, right? It was meaningfully altered or synthetically generated to seem realistic, right?
Yes.
It says when content is undisclosed in some cases, YouTube may take action to reduce the risk of harm to viewers by proactively applying a label that creators will not have the option to remove. Additionally, creators who consistently choose not to disclose this information may be subject to penalties from YouTube, including removal of the content or suspension from the YouTube partner program if they are partnered with YouTube. Um, and remember,
Right.
it's this all falls under the community guidelines, right?
Yes. Guidelines.
Community guidelines is not DMCA. Okay.
Yes.
Now, as much as this upsets you, and as much as this even pissed you off, we'll say he should have disclosed that it was altered video. He should have disclosed it was AI video, but it was not a DMCA thing. And I understand that you were trying to do your ever tool at your resource to try to take the videos down. I get that, right?
Well, I don't
But
think that. So okay. I'm gonna give Dave some benefit of the doubt here because from my discussion with Dave, I don't think it was necessarily just taking the content down. From my understanding, my conversation with Dave is that he knew by doing this that this creator would have his email, and so that would then put them in contact so that he could have direct contact with this creator, and ask them to label the content appropriate, and then he would remove it.
okay,
So
well, so the problem with that is with and just for future going forward or what
I
have
wouldn't
you.
do it again. I wouldn't do it again, Dave.
No, don't.
I'm not
When
planning
you
on it.
okay, when you do a DMCA, right? It's not a way of saying, okay, I'm trying to force this person into properly labeling the video. When you do a DMCA, you're saying you're stealing my content, and I am taking that away from you, right? The only options that a person has when you file a DMCA against somebody is they have to remove the content, um, or they can file an appeal, which then comes back to you, the person that initiated the strike, and you can either agree with their appeal or you can disagree with their appeal. And at that point in time, the clock starts ticking to where you have to file legal paperwork saying that I am suing this person for copyright. Now, as far as as harassment and all that, sadly, it's kind of part of it. It doesn't matter what community I think you exist in. I think harassment just exists in the world,
Mhm.
especially in the world of social media. You can't get away from it.
But if
It's
it goes
just
against TOS, against the TOS of whatever website you're on, you have every right to report it as well. So
1,000%. And you can 1,000% report it, right? Now, whether or not if that platform decides to take action, that's a whole nother thing, right?
I think this conversation is getting like mixed up with like, you know how communities have their own like rules.
Sure.
Yeah.
Commentary, like we all accept this as like the content. You know what I mean? Like shit
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
other people.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like I
Not the
never in my
reality.
right mind will ever flag someone. They can say the most horrendous shit about me. I will never flag it because in my past I've shit talked people. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But like realistically, like on the YouTube as a platform, harassment does violate TOS.
Yes.
So like,
Yeah.
because I actually like want to bring this to Miltown. So Maggot brought up Hugin. So Miltown, I've been following your channel for quite a while, so I know like some of the arcs you've been through and all that. There was an arc with, and I'm only bringing it up because Maggot said his name, Hujon's wife, where you were going on to like on your stream and like you were saying how he like was abusive towards her and shit like that. Would that in reality
Yeah, I
not
interviewed
technically?
her.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But would that in reality like not open your channel up for being flagged realistically if people want to do it? Because
So
I
think
would
you're
defend
I think you're
you.
conflating two different things. I think you're
Right.
you're
Yeah.
mixing up two
So
different
you're
things.
saying
I think you're
you
mixing up with
interviewed
putting
her?
words in a mouth and
Right.
accusing them with their own words of saying, "Hey, I committed a crime. I did this," with doing an interview with about a public figure and essentially having that person. I've interviewed Twitter Geek's ex-wife, and she stated that he was both verbally and otherwise not so pleasant towards him. So I know that I don't agree with that. These are that's
Yeah.
like comparing apples and elephants in my mind. But I do want to reiterate, it probably wasn't the smartest thing with the DMCA's. They've been retracted. This is
Yeah.
all new ground for me, and I'm glad that it was all. And if you notice, I said, dude, put them up. I don't care. Just label them so people do not think this is because the clone of my voice is very good. It is a.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know where this AI stuff is going, but if you close your eyes and you listen to that, it's me saying these things, and that is crazy. And so we made an agreement. He said, dude, not only that, I will check the box. I will put this in, and it's over and done with. My issues came because I didn't know where to go with this. And like Slug said, had I just kept it as the harassment bullying, like I said, I filed all the complaints I could. It's just that the DMCA's pissed Slug off. That's why we're talking about this today. Otherwise, my 20 some odd members would have been the only ones who have known anything about this.
Right. Because Slug knows the standard.
So-
He knows the standard in commentary, so it's easy content for him to be like, look what this guy did. I know you guys all hate this. Let's just rile it up. I just think it's gay. I don't know why anybody would take anything Slug has to say at face value. Like, we literally just went through this a fucking week ago with the Echo shit. Nobody took Slug seriously then. I don't take him seriously now. Like, I don't give a fuck what Slug has to say. I really don't.
I just wish I knew
Maggot
why.
burning that bridge,
What
bro.
sprung this?
There
Story,
was
but
no
I agree
bridge,
with
you
PeePaw.
fucking faggot.
I agree.
There was no bridge, you
DMCA.
faggot, Burn. I hate you. You fucking vest wearing. Fuck you.
No vest today. No vest today. No vest today.
Story.
But yeah,
Miltown, was
DMCA
it-
probably might not have been the route to go because the usage of my footage was transformative. And like I said to the actual artist, his name's DJ Radis. I said to DJ Radis, you know I have no problem with fair use. You know I have no problem with parody. And he said it sucks that we weren't talking at the time because I would have liked to have sent you these videos beforehand and got your thoughts on them. So at least, if anything, this opened up a channel of communication between both sides of this dilemma. And it just sucks that it's too little too late, guys, because I'm fried. This whole ordeal, this whole situation, you guys all know I'm the mental health guy. I'm the guy that has issues. And I've been having a hard time with everything to the point where it's like, PeePaw had to give me a pull up before we even started this thing, and it's like, you got to have a tougher skin, and I don't think I'm at the point right now mentally with what I'm going on in my life that I can handle all this. So I'm gonna be taking a step back. That's kind of like why I wanted to come on this show tonight, to let it be known that, I need to take some time to address myself. I wasn't sure if the DMCA was the right way to go about handling all this, but it damn sure got handled, and it damn sure opened up a line of communication, and there was no harm done to anyone. And if anything, it's making us ask very interesting and important questions about AI altered content. And that's all I can ask. But with everything that's being said, the slug situation really took me back, because it just goes to show that friendships, quote unquote friendships in the online sphere, you have to really be careful with everything. And if that wasn't already open to me, it's like I keep opening myself up for stuff like this. And you would think I would have been like, you fucking idiot, you should have learned by now. And it's like, why do I keep making these same mistakes over and over again? I don't know if it's because I'm too wanting to see the good in people, but the fact that Slug did a stream making an issue where personally I don't think there was an issue. I don't. Maybe I might not have handled it the best way, but it got handled. And it was personally
how
an
did you
issue
handle
between
it?
me and that
Oh,
creator.
okay. Sorry.
So,
Did you
it was
talk to
handled.
Slug after his stream?
I've tried talking to Slug. Went on Huggy Bear's stream. I got a message from Sen last night, and
Okay.
Sen was like, Huggy's live right now. First he asked me, he said, Dave, did you make a heel turn? And I said, no, Sen, I haven't. I said, this is a very crazy issue. This whole storyline that I got myself caught in is insane, and it's an extremely mentally taxing story that I'm dealing with, covering it. And I think if anybody is playing the role of a tweener, which is not a heel but not a bad guy, they're teetering. I said if anybody, Sen, is playing a role of a tweener here, it's Slug, because he, a day prior to that, was on my stream telling me I need to relax, I need to stop covering these lower class channels that are involved in this story, because those are the ones that are digging, those are the ones that are doxing. Just today they dug and they posted, same thing that the commentary guys did. They posted my mugshot from 2015 from a case that was a no process that I never got charged on. It was dismissed completely. So now they're digging and they're posting all that stuff. And Slug was on my show and he was like, stop, Dave, just stop covering those small channels. Focus on the big issues of this story. And then the next day he's doing a stream disavowing me. And that really took me back. And he shows up on Huggy's stream and he basically fights with me in the chat, says he's gonna stream. He said he's gonna stream my paywalled content because he himself changed his views on streaming paywalled content. I said, well, I disagree. My views on
he's threatened multiple times to strike people for playing his paywalled content. So something to keep in mind.
Hold on.
Yeah, he said his views on that changed.
I bully bullies. He just strikes I bully bullies.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's right.
I mean,
He did, didn't he? He struck I Bully Bullies and,
Yeah.
and took his YouTube channel completely down, did he not?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me
when
his
Slug
views
gets-
changed on
when
that. I said,
Slug
well,
gets
mine
the
haven't.
strike, though.
But
Slug's
then he
views are
said he
always
won't shit talk me.
No, he's lying. Bro. Okay. Where I'm at with like friends online, generally speaking, is just like you probably shouldn't have friends online. Like there are people that I respect online who I will give a level of benefit of the doubt to, like you, Dave, or like PeePaw. or even
Not
Byrne,
me?
even Byrne or
Okay,
Badwick,
there we go.
because we're friendly. But I don't realistically
I hate
consider anybody in this call like a real friend of mine. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
I agree.
I would just caution you when it comes to people online to. It sounds really gay to say because we hear it all the time, but really, when you're talking to somebody in DMs in a VC private VC, you should be talking as though it's something that could get leaked always, because just these people
Especially
are
with
not
Slug.
trustworthy. Yeah, especially
Oh,
Slug. These people are
I
just
got a
not
story on that.
trustworthy.
Yeah, Super Dave,
Yeah.
motherfucker, you chose the wrong person to fucking talk to with all
But to
this
be
with Slug.
fair, you're not the only one. You're not the only one.
Immediately.
Everybody has had their round with Slug. Okay, so don't feel bad. You're
Slug's a
not the
good
only
guy.
person who's done it.
What do you mean? Slug's a great
You
guy. He's
know,
like Huggy.
Kill yourself.
I got a story on that. Huggy was
Slug's
on
the
his stream
WallSmashers
yesterday,
guy?
shit talking me, and Huggy was talking about how he has ops in my membership. He has,
Oh
and
my God.
I already knew who it was, and I've talked about
Brenda.
I've talked about who it was, and I've talked with them about leaking my members only content. They apologized and said they were concerned about me, so concerned that they reached out. And this is one thing I will say, Maggot, about online friends: you will
Mhm.
never believe who your true online friends are.
Yep.
You guys all remember my former co-host Eli, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
You guys, all the shit that's been on between me and Eli. Well,
Mhm.
Eli heard that I quit my medicine cold turkey and I'm off my antidepressants, and she reached
That's
out to me
dangerous.
out of nowhere, and just the most friendly, kind-hearted, I'm worried message. And I'm not gonna lie, that shit, it broke
Yep.
me down. So it was amazing to me that the people that you least expect who care about you online are the ones that probably care the most. Because
That's who
with
it always
all the
is.
shit I went through with Eli, for her to message me, I was floored, and it made my night.
I want to
Why
go
would
back
you quit your sorry?
yeah.
Why would you quit your antidepressants, Miltown, like cold turkey?
Oh my Christ Almighty! I've quit fucking anti. Shut up, Badwick.
Shut
Okay,
up!
you
I don't
fucking
want your
idiot.
opinion.
All
You're
right.
a mental health
Yeah, I
case.
don't care. I don't care.
You
Exactly.
should
Exactly.
know.
I've
You
been
need
through
to
many
go back on your
antidepressants.
fucking
Okay, I'm
medication.
on antidepressants. Okay, but I've gone on. Shut up, Badwick.
I'm asking
Okay, shut up.
Milltown, not you.
You don't have
I'd
to
just
answer
rather
that,
not
Dave. Tell
discuss
me
it.
go. Tell me go fuck yourself. Yeah. Fuck you, Badwick. Okay.
Fuck you, Maggot.
It has a lot to do with changes it's doing to my body and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know what antidepressants does. Like we fucking give them out to people all the time. I'm just curious.
Wow, you're fucking
do-
evil. You're
do you think,
literally evil, Badwick.
do you?
So I'm
No, I just actually want to ask. Do you think there's a correlation? Because yes, antidepressants are
Absolutely.
they're very
That's why I'm
rough
taking a
on your
break.
body. Okay, that's all I want to
Mhm.
ask. Fuck you, Maggot.
Yeah.
No, fuck
Because
you.
they
Mind
are
your
real.
business.
Why can't I ask? We
I'll-
already established at the beginning of the show that he could tell me to fuck off if he didn't want to answer it.
Whatever.
You know what you are right now? Have you ever seen that meme with like Woody fucking putting his arm behind that fucking kid and he's like stand to the side? Like you're like defending Milltown on just a fucking question where like he
Look,
could
That's why I
Milltown.
got a buddy in all
Milltown
this.
is an innocent
Right?
baby. Okay, I'm just here for. I'm his lawyer.
It was
okay?
it wasn't even like I wasn't asking like personal fucking details of like his mental
no.
health. I was just
Nigga,
asking like
what do you mean? Asking
what do you
about somebody's
mean?
medication
I just asked him,
is
like,
a fucking
why he
personal question.
quit.
What do you mean?
Well, I openly
You-
talk about
you-
my depression. I open, people
okay.
use that's why people use it against you, is because I want to advocate for everything.
What was I
and,
insulting about what I asked?
No,
Oh my God.
no. And
Suck
it's a
my
valid
dick,
question
Maggot.
because it's a valid question because I've got concerns from everybody. You should see what my comment section looks like when I announce that I'm off of them. It's not a smart move. What I did was against doctor's orders. It was strictly, and I'm paying for it right now, mentally, physically, emotionally. That's why I'm taking this break, because I need to get myself sorted out, and I can't deal with all this drama on top of that, because you should see me in person right now. Like, I'm neglecting so much. Personally, it's not good.
I then agree with your
so-
decision to cut down on the internet then. 100%.
Yeah.
Because like the internet can be like especially like communities that are toxic. can like they're taxing to like regular like sound people, you know? So like if you
Exactly.
already struggle with a lot of this, my question is like what are you gonna do forward and with your content? Because like obviously it's not working out for you covering this guy and getting the hate on you, but like for the future of your channel, what are you trying to do? Because like if you ever cover a person and that person has an audience or a community and that community does not like what you're going to say, there's always going to be clapback against you. So that's why I
Yeah,
mean, like,
no,
what do you
I
plan to
completely
do
agree,
like going
Badwick.
forward? And I'm
So,
not trying to be like
first of
insulting
all,
about
no, but first of all, I never wanted to be that channel that
it. Okay.
just covers this one content creator. It's not like I'm, like Jack's Films. It's not like I'm Super Dave covering this content creator. Um, it's kind of felt that way these past couple of months, and I've let it get away from me, and I'm gonna be putting that in check. But I plan to make videos that make me happy. I really like covering true crime. I've been covering this old case from 1981. I've been really studying up on it. And I'm gonna start doing videos. Kind of like how Peepaw did his video on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I'm kind of gonna do videos kind of like that. And this is what I'm gonna. I just spent hundreds of dollars on new equipment, new camera, and all this
Okay.
stuff. So I'm gonna be getting use out of it. But I'm gonna edit stuff. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put that out. I'm gonna do more interviews. I want to do the community awards this year in a
You
way
should do
that
that.
makes me happy. Um, I got lots of ideas. I want to be pigeonholed as a coattail riding channel. And if anybody who knows me knows that's like one of my biggest problems is I don't want to be known as that. I don't want to be known as the guy that just covers this one content creator because of some DMCA's over a year ago. Um, that just makes me look petty. And while I think there are serious issues with this content creator, how much more can I speak on it? How much more can I do? What else can I say? Now there are several other channels involved. There are, the legal threats. I can't have that. So I want to do content that makes me happy, Badwick, is how I want to answer your question.
Okay.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be depressed every single time I go check my email and
Yeah.
Yeah.
get clips sent to me of this being said about me or this. And I'm sure they're going to come
Yeah.
no matter what I talk about, but it won't be as personal because,
It'll lessen
sometimes,
over time. It'll lessen
yeah,
over time.
and it's
Hope
it's the
not. But
type of shit talking. It's the type of trolling. There's that deeply seated personal going after your loved ones, going after that kind of harassment type
Yeah.
trolling, and then there's the you're fat, brush your teeth. There's those kind of trollings, and then there's the go die, your niece is ugly, all this type of shit. There's all that type of trolling, which I don't want in my life. And I think if I continue covering this topic, these old Karens have no boundaries. They're Karens.
Yeah.
So
They will say whatever they want and think they are right. And they don't think what they're saying is out of order. They think because they dig this up on the internet, they say public information. They don't understand that doxing is with intent. Intent has everything to do with doxing. It's if you have malicious intent in releasing said information. That is what doxing is in its
Man.
entirety.
I tell you, those Facebook biddies, they ain't got no. Them Facebook biddies be fucking doxing all the time. They don't even care. They're just like, yeah, I'm out
They
here. They're
don't.
just out here doxing. It's crazy.
And it's crazy
yeah,
because
like
my
Maggot
YouTube
does
presence
it all the
from
time.
this has
Kill
grown
yourself.
immensely from those Karens.
So
used to never
I
use
want to ask
Facebook.
you because like
Sure.
I remember when you kind of got into like issues with like the Park and Tigers guys, the SNT people, and like Hashish and all them. Is this like new group way worse than those guys?
This is a whole different. This is like I said,
Okay.
apples and elephants, man. This is it's a whole different beast. The stuff that Hashish does is tame. Like that is tame. The second Twitter pages. These are the type of people
Yeah.
that will call. They will search your record. They will dox you. They will get your address. They will find out if you rent or your own. They will call property owners. They will look at city halls and see who owns the property. They'll see if you own it or if you rent it. If you rent it, they will try to call your landlords, and they will try to get you expelled from your house. They will try to cost you your job. They will do, this is the type of stuff that happens on this side of the fence. It's a whole different, you know, Slug can talk about, oh, they called my university, they did this. You know, it gets way worse, and I'm not playing these games. As much as I care about this 4-year-old girl, and as much as I care about her mother and everything they're going on, it's like, I may call myself Super Dave, but that, you know, that's a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a superhuman.
Yeah,
I
no,
can't.
I get what you mean.
And I feel like people are going to be so mad that I'm saying I'm taking a break from this, and I've decided if it's going to cost me subscribers to keep my sanity, so be it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't sign up for this to be a shit talking mastermind whiz. I signed up to make videos that make me happy, and you know, I want to get back to that. You know, no
So
amount
what
of
is like?
channel growth is worth it.
So what
Commentary
is your
puppets.
overall-
We need the commentary puppets, Dave. Please. The
Yeah,
puppets.
puppets make
we
me
need
happy. I'll be the fat guy
So
with
like,
puppets,
what
I
is
guess.
your overall like goal with your channel then? Like, is it like, do you consider it like a hobby and like something you enjoy, or like are you actually trying to
No, I'm
make
gonna
it
take a hit.
like a career?
I'm gonna take a hit by taking a break. I'm gonna be taking a big hit. But it is what it is. It's what I got to do. So it's definitely my YouTube
Okay.
is not a hobby. It hasn't been a hobby for months.
Yeah.
It has been my full-time income now for over 4 months. So
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, now are like your
Damn.
haters aware of that?
oh, of course.
You
And
know
that's
what I
why
mean?
everybody says
Okay,
that's what
that's
they're
what I'm
doing
wondering.
this on
So, like,
purpose. They're trying
Yeah.
to cause me to break, and it worked.
Okay. Have you had like direct contact with Jeremy? Like conversations?
We've had an email altercation during my. Well, I shouldn't say an altercation. We emailed a couple times during the DMCA's, and I got legal threats during that. He said I made the choice to steal his content. So I will reap the consequences, and all further conversations will be by lawyers. And this was in 2023. Haven't had direct communication with him since, but he's spoken to me via his
Okay.
videos. He calls me Stupid Dave in all of his videos. That's my moniker to his fans. I'm known as Stupid Dave. So
And this is the guy.
that
This is the guy that broke Slug down in like 3 days, guys. By the way,
one
with
video,
one
he broke
one
Slug down.
threat.
Yeah.
Do you think that
I'm not
makes
gonna
Slug soft?
cover to get Jeremy Hill anymore. This is not worth it. What
I
was
know.
that
I
fucking
remember
not.
Byrnes video?
Do
All
you
I know is
think? Do you
bad
think that
guys.
made Slug soft?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think he's soft?
I think he's hiding
Wait,
under
what
his
is the
blankets. I think
question?
my thumbnail. Where I just talked about him last. I think that is an accurate depiction of Slug when it comes to this content creator. I think he's very afraid. I
Sluggy
think a lot of
Wuggy!
people are
No,
afraid.
I think he's a dick rider. I think he's.
I think a lot of people are afraid of
Slug
this
is.
guy.
Yeah, well, I don't know about afraid, but Slug in general is just very opportunistic. Like he's done the same thing to me too. You and I have talked about this too. Like he knows that a lot of people in commentary don't like me, so he regularly will take swipes out at me on Twitter, hoping that it somehow benefits him. So yeah, I mean, I can see it. He probably definitely is just trying to play the fence, hoping that he can be on this other creator's good side. And it sounds like there's some other creators in that sphere too that he's looking for some acceptance or like the
Yep.
Megan lady and a few other people. So
And
Do you believe
let's not
Slug
forget
when he
one thing.
says that he-
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you believe him when he says he's not playing his Slug character anymore?
I don't think Slug knows who Slug is. I don't think knows who Slug is.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Byrnes.
Say it. Say it, pussy.
He's gonna accuse you of being a doxer, despite the fact that his
No.
name is out there.
I've said this on his stream several times. I've said this on his stream. So I don't hate
His name
Slug.
is out there.
I don't hate Slug. Yeah, I don't hate this man. I don't hate him. I feel betrayed. I really feel like, why? Is it because he called this content creator a PDF file? Dude, we were on a stream together,
Oh my
right?
God.
And he was acting big and tough. He was acting so tough. And he kept saying PDF file, PDF file, PDF file.
Yeah.
And I kept saying, no, man, I cannot co-sign that. I will not say, I am not saying that. I am not saying that. Don't get me in this shit. And he kept saying it. Oh, he kept saying that content creator's a bitch. That content creator's a bitch. He ain't about nothing. If he strikes me, I'll dox you. This, and that. Acting big and tough.
Well,
and I think
exactly
if anything,
why you
he
shouldn't have
regrets
anything to do with
that.
him.
I think he
Well,
regrets that
how the-
immensely. And that is why
how
he's
the
trying to
turntables,
make
bro.
friends with the other side.
Yeah.
That is my
Bro,
personal
I find that
opinions
funny
on
though.
this.
Like, you strike me, I'm gonna dox you, guys. I'm
He said that.
done covering Jeremy Hales. It's not worth it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's done it so many times. He's a bruh. Like when we were trying to have Echo on for that one WallSmashers stream, and Slug was just like threatening to dox him all day long. Like, bruh.
Yo, his like fake stream was funny though. I'm not gonna lie, where he like built up that he's gonna dox Echo and he never did.
He did the same thing with Salvo, bro. He's gay. He's a faggot.
I thought you two were friends.
What
but
Why do
hey,
people keep saying? I swear to
Because
God,
you had
bro.
a bridge with him, bro. You had a bridge with
It's
Slug.
not a real
Yeah,
thing.
I thought you and
That's
Slug
like
were
saying,
best friends.
Degenerate maggot.
bruh.
See, it's not just me; it's Byrnes too. We both thought you were friends with
No,
him.
you're gaslighting. You guys are gaslighting.
I'm not
Gaslighting, girl
This is true.
bossing.
You had a bridge with
Gaslighting,
him.
girl
You can't
bossing.
lie.
I don't
You
care.
cannot lie. You
Look,
can't
it's
lie
not my
anymore.
fault.
heard.
It's not my fault the nigga's stupid, okay? It's not my fault. It has nothing to do with me, alright?
Oh, so you used Slug. You used Slug. For
And
your
you
own
also
advantage.
used
Yeah,
the
he would do
slur,
it to
by
me.
the
He would
way.
do it to me, by the way. What?
You used it in a
The
different
big
way,
bad
though.
slugger. The big bad slugger broke me down and hurt my feelings and made me
So
confused.
did you actually give a shit about Slug's stream?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay. It was a long.
I
I will admit it was a long stream to point out that you copy strike someone.
I didn't watch it either. It was really funny too, because I did message him the other day trying to find out some information about it, and he was like, "Watch my stream," and I was like, "Well, I think I might just ask him to come on WallSmashers and say, watch my stream before you do that." And I was like, "Nah."
He did
See,
bring
he's
up
trying to
okay.
damage me.
Yeah.
Why
There
is
was
he being
one
such
dude
a
he brought up.
hater? Why, Slug? Slug, why? Why would you say
Like I'm gonna
wait
take
before
Slug's
you have
word
him on
for it,
Wall
yeah.
Smash? Are you gonna try to
Yeah.
damage me more, bro?
He should have
Just like
known
the
better
other
than
day,
that.
he said he was gonna make sure everybody knows I'm a well-known abuser of the copyright system. I'm like,
Oh
what
my
are you
God.
talking about? Like, why? What did I do to this guy? What? What did I do for him to all of a sudden flip on me with the flip of a coin?
Nothing. You're just you're an easy virtue signal for him.
It's content, man.
No,
It's content.
no, I don't like.
God,
Yeah,
I'm so
I think
confused,
Dave.
guys.
I think you made a bad decision by doing that. I don't think it was something that you should. Yeah, I don't think it's something that you should
So
DMCA
done with
for.
now.
But like, I don't know. I don't. I don't think Dave is a malicious person. I just I don't.
No. And if I did mistake, it's
That's
over
my
and done with.
personal
I righted
bias
it.
talking.
It's
for the
removed.
record. I know I'm gonna
I
get heat
revoked
on it.
all DMCAs. So if it was a bad
Okay.
move, my bad. But it's over and done with, and at least now it's properly labeled. And it opened up a line of communication with both sides of this craziness. So
Right,
for that,
But moving forward, that
of
that's
course,
not something you should do.
yeah, no, that I should have just stuck. I should have just stuck with the privacy harassment, and that would have been enough because it was enough. Like I said, I didn't know if those privacy and harassments would have been approved because in the past we all know how YouTube can be very sketch with
Mhm.
reporting. So like I said, I used any and all tools, and if that was right, which it probably wasn't, I still did it, and it's all handled now. So I'm glad I could at least remedy, and make peace with this creator. So
So do you disavow like bullying and harassment in general, like on YouTube now? And like
yeah, I think
Okay.
you can watch my journey on YouTube. Like if you just go through my videos, you can see me on both sides of this. You could see me start out as like this most wholesome white meat baby face, and then you could see how I got warped and turned into this fucking, I don't know what was going on with me, and you know, all rules were breakable, everything was fair game.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw that come. You saw me catch a beating with that. You saw the community turn back around. I mean, I've been on all sides of this whole ordeal with content creation, and I'm not an advocate for any bullying and harassment. I'm really not. I can't stand up for it.
Do you think you're influenced by the people you hang out with, Milltown? Like online?
Very,
like,
I've always had that issue.
Okay, no, I'm just asking. I'm not even like
everybody
trying
is.
to.
I think everybody is.
I guess I'll challenge you a little bit. So you said bullying and harassment is bad. So like, do you have like a clause to bullying and harassment? Because bullying people like Echo Tragedy, I think is fucking a hugely fair game.
Oh
like,
my
people like that should be
god, Byrne, you're
Well, his
so
mom
dumb.
said- yeah,
Megan hates
I will
women.
say-
That's why.
No,
I will
Byrne
say
is
Echo
dumb.
went
Like,
too
there's
far.
obvious exceptions, bro.
Well, this is the hey.
That Echo
It's
stuff
like being
really
like,
upset
oh,
me.
it's like, would you bully a fucking pedophile? Yeah, obviously, Byrne, you fucking retard.
Megan
Whoa,
would
you
bully
called
a
him a
cripple, though.
pedophile. Hey, you called Echo Tragedy a pedophile, which he is.
Look, you know,
Okay.
allegedly.
No, allegedly here.
Go
Continue.
ahead, Dave. Sorry.
No, I think Echo, that whole Echo situation, now that we got on that, I think he violated some serious privacy. And
Really
he's going to have some answers for that, I'm sure. Because I heard somebody told me that there's going to be like, somebody's trying to press legal charges. I don't know how true that I've been kind of out of the loop.
Yeah.
But I heard that there are some people involved in that are
Well-
going to be like pressing legal charges.
Yeah. Well, where he lives, it's illegal to distribute somebody's private parts in any manner in the state that he lives in. So what he did was 100% illegal. The only problem with it for me is just that it's a misdemeanor. It's a slap on the wrist. So for me personally, as somebody who was involved, like, I'm not going to bother to press charges or anything like that. Like, I don't care. I think he got justice in the court of public opinion, which is what matters in this space most.
Yeah, sometimes that's
but
more
if there
important.
are girls, if there are girls though that want to press charges, I encourage that. Good for them. I hope that if they do that, I hope they update people on how that goes. But realistically, it is just kind of a slap on the wrist for him. So, but who knows? Maybe if enough girls go against him, it could be more than that. But I don't know.
Maggie, you just like agreed with like some of Slug's points.
What? Because
Where you're like
But
nothing,
But
nothing
it
really
is.
happened.
It is
you.
illegal. It is
I
illegal in his
told
state.
you.
Shut the fuck up! I hate you guys.
You
It
bitch!
is illegal in his state. It is illegal
I
in
mean,
his
a
state
crime
to
is
share
a
any
crime.
person's private part. Yeah, it's illegal in his state to share a person's private parts without
You're
their
agreeing with
explicit
Slug.
consent. It's
Megan
the
agreed with
law
Slug,
in Cal.
everybody.
Literally, look up the. I
We
swear,
got her.
you-
We
I'm
got her.
gonna
You
kill
heard it
myself. I'm gonna
first.
kill myself after this stream. I swear to God, bro. I'm gonna take a
Don't be
toaster
so
bath after
selfish.
this. Holy
Making
fuck,
fun
bro.
of mental health isn't proper right now, Megan, because like we're talking about
I
Dave's
hate
mental
you.
health.
I hate you,
You're
fucking
very
tranny.
insensitive.
Shut up, you tranny. Shut up.
Hey, that's transphobic.
Yeah, what's up with that?
What the fuck?
Oh,
What's up with Bellowick? Tell me, give me the lore. You're
Yeah.
trans now?
Yeah, you fucking tranny.
Yeah,
So I
I'm
need to know
hustling.
your
I got like
proper
30
pronouns.
East Indians funded. Oh, she, they, but like I got like 30 East Indians funded my fucking like Amazon wish list now. So like I'm good. I'm gonna ride this
That's a
hustle
good
for like
one.
a few
Oh my
years.
God, bro.
That's a good one. I like that. Sorry, you guys got me to
Bro,
laugh.
if you told me
during
you were
this.
getting money
I was
from it,
inspired
bro,
by
fuck it.
MaggotEdits. She was the one who gave me the idea. She sold those pics to Echo. I'm like, holy fuck, I can monopolize this.
I did make a good bit
Yeah, I
of
was
money off that, but
surprised.
that's neither
That's
here
some
nor there,
bank.
bro. Okay.
Bank cha-ching.
They weren't even new photos. They were reused photos, by the way. Never took a single photo for that dude, and I made like almost
Oh,
a
that's
grand off it.
worse.
So
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, Bunny made over 10K.
Yeah, she made
Yeah,
fucking
and I
mad
said
money,
that. I
dude.
said I
No,
hope
you
Echo
know-
owns a house. I mean, if you don't own a property,
No.
but you have
Dad.
10K
Works
to
at
do,
McDonald's.
does he at least own a trailer? Does he own an RV? Does he?
That's the
I-
reason why he's got all that money. He lives with his well, he doesn't live with his mom because she's dead. But you know, he lives at home with his dad. That's why he's got money to spare.
Yeah, and his dad's gonna die next. Lol, L. Anyway,
I mean, hell, if I had 10K to throw around, I'd buy a
Oh,
half
sorry,
acre, a
PeePaw.
quarter acre. I would, you know what I'm saying? God's not making any more land, so.
Real.
So Miltown, do you regret like striking this dude and like creating this whole situation in general?
I don't
Like,
think so.
how do you
I
stand
really
on it
don't.
now?
I'm glad that I was able
Oh.
to discuss this with the content creator that it happened with.
Okay.
Do I think it was the right avenue to go about it? Probably not, but I don't know. I personally at the time didn't know what avenue to take. So I took all avenues, and we had an outcome, and the channel was not harmed. There was absolutely no damage done to the channel. The man and I started talking. We actually had an awesome conversation this evening. Retracted all the strikes. We've actually talked about the future and how things are going to go from here on out, and we got some closure on some previous topics, and I'm glad that could happen.
Well,
Now,
this
will I
AI
ever
stuff is
do
all
this
new.
again? Yeah.
Yeah.
Will I ever do this again? No. But I do think YouTube has to really make some better guidelines for how to
Yeah.
the copyright system on YouTube is broken as it is. It is a very broken system. It has been exercised on me. It has been exercised on PeePaw. It has been exercised on you, Badwick. All by the same creator, mind you.
Yeah, he didn't like my YouTube short.
Yeah, he struck your short. So
I know.
the copyright system is broken. So yes, there are going to be people using it by mistake. And I really think Maggot hit the nail on the head. I have no malicious intent. Strictly didn't want to be bullied, didn't want to be harassed, and needed it to come down. And I figured because it was made from my copywritten material, it justifies a DMCA. Now, yeah, that's probably not true because there was some transformative aspects in there. But no, I won't do it again, but I'm glad of the outcome is what I'm going to say. And I don't think Slug needed to try to signal boost it, nor try to cock block me from coming on WallSmashers, nor did he need to go to Megan Fox and go on Huggies and do all this stuff for no apparent reason, because this was an issue between me and a content creator. Copyright strikes, DMCAs, are made for the appeals process and for direct communication with the strikee or the striker. That is why YouTube gives them the email. And that is how this was handled. It didn't need a bump from Slug just for whatever reason he has for it. That's my issue right now. Is I'm shocked, I'm confused, and I just don't understand why he did this. I don't hate the man. Like I said, I think he's confused. I think he's afraid. I
Nah.
think he's got a lot of questions.
Nah. I don't think any of that. I think Slug is fucking malicious. I think that Slug is out for himself, as he always is. And we saw that last week with the Echo situation, where he outright admitted, I don't really care about the safety of these girls. It's literally just for self gain. He can say that it's the Slug character, whatever bullshit. Slug is in it for views, and that's exactly why, when the Mama Max shit was going down, he quit working with Mama Max and then made this video about how horrible Mama Max was. He's opportunistic, is what it is. So he's gonna go with whoever he thinks is gonna be the best avenue at that point in time. Sorry if you don't like that, Slug, but it's just true. You suck, buddy.
So what about the bridge?
There is no fucking bridge. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
I like Slug.
Oh my god, I hate you. I hate you.
Peepaw's be quiet for a little bit. So is Peepaw here, and me and Maggot and Byrnes shit talk each other, and then Miltown answer some of his questions. What do you have any thoughts on this situation, or anything you want to spitball?
PeePaw's playing Fortnite.
Is he dead?
No, I'm
Oh
not.
god.
I was sitting there listen, trying to get a word in edgeways with you guys is like pissing up a rope at they don't get nowhere.
Hey, I do solo streams. I'm a talker.
So I have a question. Did you ever try, on every YouTube account, right? If you go out there, it used to be under more, but they changed, or it used to be about, there used to be an about heading. It's not there anymore. But if you go to a YouTuber's YouTube channel and up in the biography part of the whatever, if you click on the more button, it pops up, open a window. And in there's an email address. Some creators will have it visible. Some of them have it where you click on it and it will give you the email address. My question is, did you ever do that and try to email that email address before you ever took any of these actions that was, available to you through as a creator?
No, admittedly, I
Okay.
was probably a little butthurt, and
Sure.
but I did make it known on one of my previous streams after he verbally threatened me and you said, "No, you'll know what's coming" or whatever.
Yeah.
I did make it known, like, "Hey, I'm not playing with harassment. None of it will be
Yeah.
tolerated." So I kind of he knew, don't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
yeah, I was probably a little too butthurt to do that.
Yeah.
But I
Maybe
made
just
it
something to
known right
file
after the
away.
DMCA's went.
File it away is a possible avenue of in the going in the future. Hopefully
Yeah.
you don't ever have to go through this. I'm going to say this. I hope you don't ever have to deal with that kind of nonsense stuff again. But there's also another avenue to where you can reach out to creators. Now, how often do they check their emails? That's kind of here nor there, I guess. I mean, it's I don't check my email all that often. Uh, unless something pops up and says, "Hey, like I'll get an alert on my Creator Studio, whatever, saying, "Hey, there's an issue with this video or whatever," and then I'll go in and open them emails to try to figure out what it is and get it resolved. But um, I don't think you did this maliciously either, Dave. I really don't. I don't think you're necessarily a malicious or a vindictive person. I think this is just one of these deals where things kind of got away and from you, and I think you just kind of I think you reacted versus respond, which we all do from time to time, and I think I have confidence that you're going to treat this as a learning lesson, and I think you're going to be a better person for this when it's all said and done. So
I think
that's
you need to have some people that can what's it called, people? Optics check. You need an optics check, okay? You need people that you can go to. I'm not saying that they have to be your best friend, but you need people that you can go to that you can be like, hey, should I do this thing? Or is it going to be really bad for me if I do this thing? Like for me, Max or PeePaw would be that person for me, right? And they'll be like, "Yeah, you probably shouldn't. You probably shut the fuck up, Byrne. I
You
swear to
should
God.
really
I swear to God,
use
I swear to
me
God,
and
shut up.
Byrnes for your optics check, so then you wouldn't be such a fucking L.
That is not true
I mean,
because
if you actually
both
had
of
optics
you,
check, you wouldn't be calling
yeah,
Maggots
no.
I am
ever.
literally the
Both
coolest
of you
fucking
would
person.
actively have encouraged it. Okay, fuck you.
What do you mean?
Also,
Fuck
I
you.
didn't. Also, I didn't
Let me ask
optics
you
check.
this, Maggot.
Oh
When have
my
I ever
God,
been
bro,
in a really
this is
bad drama? When have I ever been canceled?
This is besides the point. Okay, this has nothing to do with the conversation. I hate you guys.
You
Then don't bring that shit up then if you don't want to be part of the conversation. God damn.
What the
Thank
fuck
you,
do you
PeePaw.
mean? I'm
Thank
talking
you,
about
PeePaw. PeePaw's
optics check.
optics check.
I
You
didn't
Maggot
bring it
Edits.
up. I didn't
PeePaw
bring
comes
it
in from the
up.
top row,
I brought up
and he
an optics check.
slams
What the
Maggot
fuck?
Edits.
See if I come to you for an optics check again, PeePaw. You
PeePaw
fucking
got her in the
faggot.
chokehold.
Yeah. Then Tommy C optics
Can I
checked him.
just say, this new WallSmashers
Yeah.
is so good. You guys have awesome chemistry. I think you found the
I think
secret
AJ
sauce,
needs to come
Badwick.
back. I think AJ
I
needs
really
to come
think with
back.
Byrne and PeePaw
Only after
and
12 hosts.
Maggot, I think you found the secret sauce, bro. And I've
You
been
know
thoroughly
You know
enjoying all
why?
these episodes.
We threw the fucking ketchup out the house. There's no ketchup
Yeah.
no more.
No fucking ketchup.
Don't worry, I supplied
Ketchup
that.
is definitely out.
I'm the
Good. Ketchup's
co-captain.
great.
Shut up, Byrne.
I'm the co-captain. Who the fuck are you? I'm the co-captain. I have to supply the ketchup.
I'm the new troublemaker, as you say. You say it all the
Here's
time.
ketchup
You
packets
took my
for me.
goddamn job. You say you're the controversial one now. I don't have to do shit.
Oh my god.
Okay, I can gaslight people into thinking that I changed. Okay.
Maggot's the new Triton.
Fuck you.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Bro, you've changed not a fucking single bit, but yeah, Maggot, you can take the wheel.
I'm not friends with any pedophiles. What are you talking about?
Oh, Ghosty!
What the? I hate you.
Echo.
I'm gonna fuck.
That's gonna haunt Maggot till she dies.
I swear to fucking god, bro. I swear to fucking god.
You still agreed with Slug
Did
tonight
you say
as well.
something about impaling, Maggot?
I would happily impale myself right now if it got me out of this fucking situation. Okay, so fuck you.
On Ghosty?
PeePaw, we
Okay,
need an
anyway,
optics
that's
check,
on, that's on
PeePaw.
recording. That's on recording.
If only
gonna make
Maggot
Spondyle
knew
really-
about online friends back then. If she had advice like I got tonight about picking and choosing your
It
online
was awfully
friends.
friendly back then.
Okay, well, you know, it was like
Shit happens.
Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
PeePaw, can we have a
Anything
new
else for you,
optics
Badwick?
check, please?
What,
No,
what,
I
opti-
mean,
what
I-
optics check do you want me to do? Jesus Christ.
Peepaw wants my fucking Gooner fan art on a t-shirt, okay? And you want an optics check from this nigga? Like, what?
I'm
What?
just that's
Can you not use the
entrepreneurial.
N-word, please?
That's
Oh.
making money. That's
Whatever.
that's all,
Fuck you. No,
folks.
not you. Not
Wow,
you. I'm talking to Badwick, okay?
PeePaw did that so well. I'm like,
Just
I'm like,
You did do it
so
pretty well.
well.
You did do it pretty
People,
well.
What the fuck was that?
Just don't use
They
bonfire,
just call me
Peepaw.
Porky fucking Pig, right?
I mean,
Oh.
Miltown, like, the end of the day, we can, like, agree to disagree. I don't think I would have struck him. You know what I mean? But, like, I don't know. I generally don't give a fuck about, like, the copy strike arguments in general. But, like, I just, like,
over
I
and
would
done
never
with.
copy. Like,
Yeah.
it's your game, you know? It's your game, your choice to do what you want to do. I mean, technically, YouTube agreed with you in this situation. You know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
I don't know. I personally would never do it. And someone could horribly shit talk me and say the most foul shit. I just kind of roll with it. But I don't know. Anything from you guys?
Nah, I think I've said everything.
I'm just gonna laugh.
I just rather just like I don't know. But Super Dave, I don't know. You're the false DMC guy who did the false DMCA. I don't
Shut
know. Like,
up, you fucking vest
no,
wearing
I don't.
faggot,
I just
bro.
don't,
Put that on
no,
my
I
tombstone.
wanna, if I want to be Slug, if I want to be the Slug, I can say you can never call out anyone else for false DMCA ever again. But
Okay.
like, obviously, you took accountability. You did the right steps. You did more than Slug would ever do. I think I Bully
Aw.
Bullies is still banned, so I'll give you that. Okay, I'll give you that. You actually
Aw.
did the steps of correcting it, not like where Slug goes, well, he used like 5 seconds of my content. I had to strike him.
Did he
And
get
then
really
tell
pissed
me
you
he's
when he
gonna do the
watched
same
Flatley's
thing.
member stream? Actually, recently,
Wait, what?
Byrnes? When Flatley put his stream members, and then like Slug said he was gonna review it, and then Flatley's like, "I'm gonna strike you." Didn't he have like a meltdown about that?
Yeah, he
Slug?
did.
Yeah.
Fucking finally was just
He did.
me on him. Like, I'm gonna strike you.
Yeah. Yeah, Flatley wasn't even serious. He also said that Flatley like threatened to take him to court or some shit, which never fucking happened in those DMs. So
Yeah,
You know my
this is what we
views on
call like
that.
just weaponized autism. That's what we call this, Maggot.
Like Maggot's
I need to
autistic.
learn how to do that.
No, just Slug.
what
Slug
did I
just has like
even do?
weaponized
What did I
autism.
even do? I got us this interview. You know, I'm here.
This was all you.
It isn't-
I'll
it
give you
isn't-
credit.
it
This
isn't-
was all you.
Yeah, the women did all the work this time. Let's go.
Tonight, honestly, my original plan was I was gonna jack off and watch Agatha fucking Heart or whatever it is on Disney Plus. That was my
What?
original plan.
What the fuck? Okay.
Are any of you guys watching that Penguin show?
No, I don't
I
like
I don't watch
Penguin.
shows.
It's on
I
my
wanna know if my
to-do
brother swears
watch
it's good.
list. Yeah, I haven't got to it yet.
What is it about?
I've heard it's really good.
Maggot, are you not following the
No.
fucking conversation?
No, but
Yeah,
like,
come on.
are we? Is it like the penguins of Madagascar? I don't know what we're
No,
talking about.
it's okay. So
like
You're
the most
actually
recent,
retarded.
the most
Proof.
recent
Shut up,
Batman
Badwick.
movie.
You know what I'm talking about. You fucking. I hate you.
Hey, let him explain.
So the most recent Batman movie that had what's his name, Patterson in it or whatever, playing Batman.
Oh, Robert Patterson. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the Penguin character was played by I can't remember the guy's Will Fair or Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
And so anyway, they gave him a limited run. I don't know how many episodes is going to actually be, but it's in around the Penguin character that's set inside of that universe, which is that Batman was more of a noir type Batman. It wasn't like your traditional like Tim Burton or the Dark Knight series. This was.
Did you like it, Peepaw? That like Edward or not Edward Collins, but Robert Pattinson fucking Batman.
I went into it not wanting to because I don't like that actor because of sparkly little vampire nonsense.
Oh, that's such a good movie though.
You're on your
but-
period. Shut up.
I actually did not mind it. I thought it was a little bit more gritty, a little bit more, kind of almost darker even than the Dark Knight series. So I didn't actually mind the movie. It was okay. I mean, I thought it kind of stood on its own. There were some things I personally would have liked to seen or had them do differently, but it was, honestly, it was nice to see them focus on a arch nemesis against Batman that wasn't the Joker. I thought
that was how they did like the whole like Zodiac killer theme with the Riddler.
Yeah, I thought that was okay.
It was interesting, actually.
Yeah,
it was like definitely an interesting take.
And so like I said, I haven't watched this limited run series. I think they've got 3 episodes out so far. I haven't watched any of them.
Yeah,
but like I said, it is on my to do list to watch. And I've been told by other people that are into this kind of nerdy stuff that have watched it. They said it is very good. They really liked it.
There's like a penguin sex scene in it.
Well, that's what we need. We need to see Cobblepot.
Yeah.
We need the Cobblepot sex scene. I mean, because if you can't have Cobblepot getting jiggy with it, then what is in life worth, right? So.
Well, Maggie, do you have anything for Miltown?
Not really. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
thank you for responding to my DMs. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Alright.
Also, Miltown did an interview with me. Miltown did an interview with me and heard me out back when I was still very hated. So
so you were biased coming into this, Maggot, and you didn't open up with your bias?
I was 100% biased. Yeah.
Everything you said is now like thrown out the window in this conversation.
Good. I love Dave. Okay.
The episode.
Super Dave is one of my favorite creators. I would be very sad to not see him streaming regularly. Okay.
I've pretty much mended the fence with everybody in the commentary community, except for one person, and I'm shocked by that. But that's pretty cool. That's supposed to show.
Where's the
one?
Yep,
that's the only one.
Is it Siley?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I knew it.
She's stubborn. She's stubborn. Give it time. You got to do the puppets. You got to do the puppets, Miltown, because the last
win her over.
that I know of. Yes, because the last interaction that I know of where she talked about you, it was the puppet thing. So you got to do the puppets.
You should make a Xylee puppet. That would win her over.
Absolutely.
I got Leah to unblock me somehow, so that's cool. We're always on and off again, but she unblocked me, so I take that as she still loves me.
Sure. Well, that's good. Small gains,
Exactly. I'm trying to look at the bright side here.
As you should, the silver lining.
If you got this far and you think Maggot's so hated, put a 1 in the comments down below.
I hate you. I fucking hate you. I hate you so freaking
All right, Miltown. Thank you for coming on tonight, dude. I hope you have a good night.
For sure, guys. Yep.
See you later. Thank you.
All right, and now it was just us for the show. Are we continuing, or like is Goonergate
Does Victor want to come on? Does Victor want to come on
tonight?
I'm not asking. He doesn't follow me, so
you really pissed him off. Like
You're the one who was fucking starting shit today. What do you mean?
No. Was that
Yes, you
today or
were
yesterday?
literally. It was today. You were literally on Twitter like maggots. This whole recording is maggot exposing
Yeah, that was
you.
today. I forget what
You
I
fucking asshole.
Burns, did you see any of that? As Rylan
Yeah, I
fucking
saw like
Victor
a
up?
little bit of the fight, and
Yeah.
it's all because she called her. She called him a weirdo, and he's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill your whole family, maggot. Your family's mine to kill."
Be
It's
careful.
like
Victor's gonna show up.
I want Victor to show up. I want that fat fucking retard to show up already.
Oh.
Now
Oh.
we had one fat retard leave, Dave. So now we got no one to bully now.
I mean, we bully Maggot. I
I mean,
mean,
that's easy mode though, because
Maggot's
that's
easier
easy
than
mode.
Victor?
Yes,
That's
because it's
rude.
funnier.
That's fucking
Because
rude, bro.
Victor. Okay, the thing is with Victor, props to Maggot. The thing is with Victor is either he'll shut down, deflect, or just stay quiet.
Pick
Maggot
the
will
fight.
actually engage. Okay.
She just says
Even
that's
even if it's
letters.
poorly.
'Cause he'll
Poorly.
call him. Like, I'm not
We need
gay.
an optics
That's
check.
all he'll say. That's all he'll say. It's like I'm not gay.
What optics check do you want me to check?
Maggot's reactions to dealing with us.
She usually just says shut up, calls you some slur, and
Yep.
then starts laughing. So I wouldn't take it too damn serious.
That's fair.
It's
Peepaw.
never serious.
Yeah.
Peepaw. I know you are a fan of the original like Star Wars like trilogy. Did you
Yeah.
see what what's it called? They did recently with the clones? They announced that there's a trans clone trooper.
Why wouldn't they?
Oh.
Sure, why not?
Sure, why not?
I mean,
like
here's okay. So I understand this desire to have characters that different people from different walks of life can look to and relate to and, say, hey, I see somebody like me so that I can relate to it. And so therefore it gives them some, representation. I get that. I understand that. Right. But sometimes I have to ask myself when they come in and they kind of start doing this stuff retrospectively, is it because they really truly want to have representation for these different marginalized parts of society? Or are they doing it solely to try to expand their viewer base and to make more money? And I think personally, way too many times it's the latter and not the first. So
I mean, I 100% agree with you. Like, I mean, I don't really care that they did, other than thinking that it was stupid. But no, because they're gonna make a fucking action figure of that character now, Peepaw, and they're gonna
That's
sell it. And then they're gonna make a
that's
Star Wars
fine.
Black Series action figure about that character. And then there's gonna be a novel about them. And then there's gonna be a
Okay.
spin-off show.
So guess what? I don't. I'm not going to watch any of the spin-offs. I'm not going. I don't watch anything Star Wars anymore. Period. So it doesn't really matter. But specifically,
Okay.
I'm not going to watch any of this stuff because I can't relate to this new quote universe that they've created. This
Okay.
is not. This is not the Star Wars galaxy that I grew up with as a kid, as a 10-year-old boy when Star
Yeah.
Wars was in the theaters. And then subsequently when the Clone Wars trilogy came out, the prequels,
Yeah.
those were even a little bit problematic for me, whatever. But
Oh,
as
so you
time
didn't
went,
like those.
I initially, yeah, I didn't like them, but um in hindsight, given time, passing, whatever, I was like, okay, these are not too terribly bad. I mean,
You saw
they're
how much worse
okay.
you can get.
I saw a lot how much worse it could get, basically, right? So it changed my right. But here's the thing, too, right? When George Lucas re-released Star Wars, because he went in and he re-digitized it and redid the special effects and added in scenes. I
Yeah.
went to the theaters, right, to watch them. And I walked out of there so disheartened and so just, I was just like, this is horrible. And even more so, what just really kind of turned my stomach was the fact that they actively went out and removed the original releases, right? Jokes
Well,
on
okay,
you.
so I agree with that. I think like they should always like keep the original releases out there for like
Yeah.
the sake of like archiving media and stuff like
Sure.
that, and also sentimental reasons. But like
I
I like I don't actually understand like the main like issue with like the special editions or the revamped editions. I can understand the hate of then removing actors. Like when they removed like the ghost of Darth Vader, that sort of thing. Like I can understand people getting pissy about
okay.
that. You've like
It was
removed
it
someone.
was okay. It wasn't just the fact that they removed characters, right? They replaced, like they added in the
Right.
set, or they not the set. They added in the scene where Han and Boba Fett have that meeting there in the spaceport in front of the Millennium Falcon, right?
Yeah.
All right. So that
Tatooine
was
Mos Eisley. Yeah.
yes. And so then that was a modified scene because the original character rather, that they had playing Jabba the Hutt was not.
He was a human.
He was a human. He was just
Yeah.
a rotund human, right? So I was like, okay, so fine, because they changed what Boba Fett really was. Okay, so fine. He was a Hutt and he was not, all right, fine. That is somewhat understandable. And it didn't really just like crank my gears or whatever. But when they went into the actual scene where Han was going up against Guido, right? And they changed all of that to make Han look like a more favorable person, I
The
guess,
Han
whatever,
shot
right?
first argument. Yeah.
Yes,
Because
yes.
Han Solo was never supposed to be like a hero. He was
He
supposed
wa-
to be a scoundrel.
exactly. And here's the last thing, right? That whole remake of it, if George Lucas truly wanted to produce the movies because technology had changed so he could actually do the special effects and things like that they
Yeah.
really wanted to, that's one thing, right? But the fact that he started changing key pivotal for me what were key pivotal parts of the movies and stuff, and not only that, but he went out and actively removed the original stuff. That was a money grab. That's all it was that was a money grab. And so I was like, okay, George, I'm kind of over your nonsense, right?
Yeah. Okay. I can see that side of it actually. I liked the idea of the Han shot first because he was always like a conflicted character for me. You know what I mean? He was like a scummy guy that like knew
He's
like
a
the betterness.
smuggler. He's a smuggler.
Exactly.
He's a rogue. He has rogue tendencies, right? He's
Yeah.
not rogue morals, right?
But, like with the Jabba the Hutt thing though, like you go from like episode 4 to episode 6, even in the original trilogy, like unaltered,
Yeah.
and he was a worm. Like
Yeah.
you need to like explain that. And like I
Yeah.
watched like some of the interviews with George, and he was like, we literally just didn't have the technology at the time
Sure.
to like create the original image.
Sure. And the thing, so another thing, this is kind of a nanny nana. I have all of the original episodes 4, 5, and 6 on VHS.
Yeah, and you have
And
in your background too.
I have them on Laserdisc,
Laser
right?
disc.
Mm-hmm.
What's a laser disc?
Oh, you youngster, you.
Oh,
So
wait, you don't know what Laserdisc is?
Like a
laser
CD?
disc. It's basically the size of a 33 RPM record. It's a really big, like basically DVD. So there was a
No,
period
I
of
honestly can openly say I've never seen
okay.
one.
So there was a period of time in the geez, this would have been like 90, late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
They were transitioning between because technology, they're always trying to come up with so
Yeah.
they had these laser discs, then they were giant. Okay, here's a perfect example. Did you remember the game Dragon's Lair that was in the arcades where you'd go
Oh
in?
yeah.
So that was a laser disc. They had laser discs inside the arcade boxes, and it would randomly pick and go to these different sections that you would have to, it corresponded with the inputs on the buttons and the joystick, whatever, right? But that was a laser disc based game. Now, so I've got several movies that I have that are laser disc because it was a budding technology that gave you better quality than what VHS was all there was at the time. There was no DVD. This was like the transitional period of time. You didn't have to worry about the VCR eating your VCR
Yeah.
tape, right? You didn't have to worry about rewinding, right? Because you just put this thing in there and boom. Now when it spins up, it sounds like a jet airplane taking off, because
What's
it's got
it
this
played on? Like,
as a laser disc player. It's
okay.
yeah,
I feel
and
like it's probably worth like a decent amount of money nowadays. Like if
when
you have
I think when I bought, because I bought the trilogy, it was in a box set. You can actually get these like on eBay still, right? They're out there, and I think they're not real expensive. Like maybe, I think the last time I priced it, which was, oh Lord, 7-8 years ago, I think you could get it from under $100. I think when I actually bought mine, which would have been like in 92, 93, maybe, when I bought the original box set in Laserdisc format.
some of them
I
are
want
quite
to.
expensive. Like
I
they
want
go for
about
anywhere.
about $300. I think is what I paid for the
Yeah,
box set. Yeah,
there's an autographed one from
yeah,
Harrison Ford and George Lucas going for like $8,000.
yeah. So yeah, well, that's because it's got the signature on it. But so
That's
those, and the thing of it is you could watch them, and like on the original, if you watch the original, like on VHS, you could actually see little blocks around, especially like in the space scenes where the ships are fighting, the TIE fighters and the B wings and X wings and all that.
yeah, that's cool.
You'd see little blocks around them, right? Because you could see, because it was still action for photographed and stuff, right? Well, on the laser disc, it's still there, but it's not quite as pronounced. It's a little bit cleaner. So it's a little bit, a little bit easier. So I still have them. I still can watch them, view them anytime I want to. So I don't. But I've also got the box set of the special edition too, right? So,
That's awesome. Actually,
yeah,
I have like the original, like I have the original trilogy, like the unaltered
That is
special edition
true.
on VHS, and then I have like the special edition VHS, and then actually this whole fucking podcast I've been playing with a clone trooper helmet. So yeah, this whole time I have like a
Jesus
bunch
Christ,
of
bro.
Star Wars fucking memorabilia and
You're
shit
an
like
anime
that.
nerd.
Wait, what? Oh, I am. I had like my very first paycheck I've ever got. I was like around like $1,400. I spent it on an authentic stormtrooper costume. I never wear it
there you
because
go.
I need another person to put it on me. But yeah, it just
This is
sits in my
nerd shit.
basement. I'm
Can-
very big Star Wars nerd.
Can you
But-
can you still fit in it, or has the
Yes, I can still fit in it. I bought like an adult size. I'm not that fat. I got like
It has nothing to do. I mean, just as you get older and you kind of get a family going, a
I
lot of
got like
times
a paunch PeePaw. That's
you kind of get those dad bods going. So I'm not judging. I'm just saying it's just a thing.
you are judging.
Trust me, I'm not anyone to judge anybody's body.
Byrnes, is it too early to talk about the AWT ship?
It's coming to a head hopefully right now. So I can't really
No.
talk much about it. Flatley's mad, Katonic's mad, Ant's mad. A lot of people are mad. That's all I'm
Each
gonna really
other
say on
or
it.
like the situation?
The situation. I guess I'll leak just a little
Well,
bit.
I mean, they'll
Katonic
probably have a
and-
stream before all this comes
Yes,
out
there's
anyway.
gonna be a stream about it, but like they wanted to leave the podcast amicably, and Flatley made things a little difficult. That's all I'm gonna leak.
No, that's
That's
fine.
all.
I mean,
Platonic?
Yes, Chthonic
yeah,
Ant left the
Chthonic and Ant quit
podcast,
AWT like
and
officially.
but they wanted to stay in the friend group, right? Which is
Mhm.
fair, but
Right.
Flatley has made things a little difficult.
Yeah.
I
He was
I
smirking
honestly
hard.
thought it was a troll. I did.
No, it's not a troll. This is actually real. This is a real
It's-
thing that's going on.
They do it
Don't
a
get
lot. I
wrong.
don't blame you. I
They
don't blame you,
have done
Badwick.
it a
They do
lot,
it
and
a
I
lot,
thought they
yeah.
were doing it to fuck with Huggy because Huggy was talking all this shit about these guys. So I thought they were all gonna like quit at this because I would have done this. I would have like pretended to quit if Huggy was like, "Oh, these guys are degens. I was right the whole time." I would have played up the whole like, "Haha, Huggy said we're shitty, so I'm gonna quit the show." Then see Huggy like make his little stream about it, and then be like, "He was wrong, like entirely." You know what I mean? That's what I thought the angle you guys were going with. But then I saw like shit was getting a little bit more like spicier. I was like, is it?
Yeah, this is pretty spicy.
That's what
Nah,
they get, little boy.
Because I
who cried
messaged
wolf.
Ant. I messaged
Wait, what?
Ant. Wait, sorry, Megan, what'd you say?
I said that's what they get, little boy who cried wolf. They do this troll shit all the time, so of course people aren't going to take them seriously.
Oh, boo, fucking who. Fuck off.
Yeah, well, that's what you get.
Yeah. anime
Well, I
nerd.
realized it when I
Anyway.
messaged like Chthonic and
Okay,
Ant.
best boy.
Why'd you call him a busboy?
I called him best boy.
Oh,
Why do you think that's like an insult?
It is.
that's
It's
too
a,
expensive. They're like
it's an
120
insult.
bucks.
Okay, loser. Didn't ask.
Where do you buy your clothes?
Wouldn't you like to know, you fucking weirdo? I'm gonna tell Kaylee that you asked me that.
Walmart.
It's not hard to say Target.
Walmart. Yeah, just say Walmart. Who cares?
Or Timu.
Is that where you get your clothes from, Byrne?
So I have a question.
Close. Who gives a fuck?
So you're on AWT, right, Byrne?
Yes.
Okay.
For now.
For now. Okay, whatever.
True.
Um,
Actually true.
So what is this allegation that Huggy has levied against Ant about thinking YouTube is stealing his views? What is that? Because that is
Ant
so
made a
off the
tweet
wall
asking
random.
what because okay, Ant didn't understand the YouTube Studio because I at one point didn't understand YouTube Studio because on YouTube Studio it's like you see a stream get 100 and, like say 180 views, but
Sure.
but when it uploads it's like 88. He thought there was
Yeah.
something going on, so he asked a question on YouTube, and Slug, Sen, and Huggy spun it as, "Oh, Ant's making an allegation that YouTube is taking
Ah.
views from him." He didn't
Yeah.
understand
Slug
Yeah.
the
started it.
YouTube
God
Studio.
damn it.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
yeah,
Well,
so it's
yeah,
not even an
because when you
allegation, it's
yeah.
just Huggy being actually retarded. It's Huggy
Yeah,
having fatherless, motherless behavior, that's all it is.
it
Well,
YouTube will eventually, like, I don't know what you call merge the two. But right after you, when you do a stream, you'll have X amount of views, however many people saw it,
Yeah.
during the live stream. And then
Yeah.
after that, it has to process it, right? And it has to render and get it into, which I don't understand why it does that, but whatever. Um, and then once it's quote uploaded, right? Maybe it transfers it off from the streaming service over to the actual like VOD service part of
Mm.
YouTube, yes, maybe. But quote was uploaded, then you get views from there, right? And you'll say, because like I know what you're talking about. You go in there and you say, "Oh, I had 100 something views during the live stream," and then you go, it's like 20 views for or whatever, 80 views or whatever for the once
for
it got
fuck's
uploaded
sake.
get uploaded, and
Look at
then
him.
it all washes out in the end. But yeah, I understand. So it can be kind of confusing if you're kind of learning ropes. So I don't think that's that
I
big.
just personally think like YouTube Studio is a janky app in general.
Look how fucking Badwick.
Badwick is a man child who needs his wife to fix him a turkey sandwich or something.
She's in bed. Why do you think I'm here right now?
It's too bad that we're not recording this.
Mhm.
But there's
I've got
always
this whole
screenshots
time in
that
the
can go
back.
around, Badwick. There's always those
It's okay,
screenshots.
I'm recording it now. Fuck
It's
you.
all right. I'm done with it. The gimmick's done. You
Put it
ruined
back on, you fuck. I hate you. I fucking hate you.
Well, with that one too, actually.
So let me ask you a question, Badwick. Of all of the 9 movies,
Okay.
Oh god.
which of the Star Wars movies, all 9 of them,
Oh shit.
which one of them is your favorite?
Oh, like my all-time favorite will always be Empire Strikes Back. 100%. Always.
Really?
Like, I feel kind of like shitty about saying that one because I know it's like a cock out question and like answer,
Mhm.
especially regarding like Star Wars. But by far, like Empire Strikes Back is my favorite because growing up as a kid, I remember that like I constantly watched that specific one like all the time. You got like the Battle of Hoth, which was just like fucking memorable. Everyone knows it as the snow fucking planet. You know what I mean? And then
Sure.
part of like the thing with Empire Strikes Back is
Oh, I gotta go.
Yeah, have a good one. I found the music with Empire Strikes Back like stood out compared to episode 4 and 6. Like all the music was way more intense. There's a darker
Yeah.
tone to it.
Sure.
Yeah, I honestly like probably majority of it is nostalgia. But yeah, I don't know. Empire Strikes Back. If I was to like take Empire Strikes Back out of it and like remove my bias for that movie specifically, this is a little bit of a hot take, but it's probably episode 2. Yeah, episode 2. Something about Ewan McGregor I really enjoyed,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Christopher Lee as Count Dooku. But that
Yep.
also like I've read a lot of the books. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I read the
sure.
novels, I follow the comics, like the canon comics, the canon books. I started with the legend shit and like the Dark Horse comics and all that. But I've kept up with it. And I don't know. I episode 2 was this I enjoyed the clones. I wish they weren't CGI'd.
Oh my
To be
god,
honest.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. You guys are okay. Goodbye.
Yeah, no, PeePaw, we chased everyone out with Star Wars conversations, but
1 hour later.